There's people as yourself that might be right here, that you know that your mommy and your daddy and your sister and cousin and everybody else, your friend, whatever, they're down here. You're just little over here. Because deep down you know who you are. You know what you want. Just as I knew I shouldn't have been in that relation. I knew I shouldn't have been in that relationship because we didn't relate. There was no relation. There was no relation. What happens is that we will lower ourselves, our standards. We will lower ourselves just we could be next to mommy. So we could be loved. So those false emotions. So we could be loved. So we could be loved by mommy. So we could be loved by sister. So right, because in your mind is that you have a relation. Your mind is that they're mommy and daddy. They're family. They're someone that's been there for a long time. They're your guardian. They're your pastor. Hello, somebody, right? You've been there under your pastor for so long time. And I could talk about this. Is where you just like, why would I go down? Matter of fact, right after I finally said no, and came back this way and said, no, that's not my relation. I don't want that relationship because I'm right here. I know who I am in Christ Jesus. Hello, somebody. Or I know who I am. Just because this relationship has that false love. Just because that relationship has that false, it's a false narrative of being a false relationship. So that's why when you're down here, those emotions, and every time the mom, the dad, the cut, whoever your sister, they treating you like that. They're treating you like this. But this is what I'm trying to tell you is that you can't be in a relationship. There's no relation. Stop trying to relate to your girlfriend, to your boyfriend, to your mommy, to your sister, because they're blood, because they're your boyfriend and girlfriend, because you made them your girlfriend, you made them, right? So your mindset is that you made him your boyfriend, you made him your girlfriend. So what happens? Because your mindset is saying you made them that way. So when your mindset says, oh, they're my mom and they're my dad and they're my sister. So you so right, you see what I'm saying? Is that you're lowering yourself because of that mindset. Oh, they're this and they're that. Nah. I know how a sister's supposed to treat their brother. I know how a mom's supposed to treat their daughter or son. Hello, somebody, right? Come on. I know how the father's supposed to treat their son or their daughter. I know how it looks. I know what it is, right? So now, this is why I'm sharing this with you guys. This is why I'm sharing. It's like, I did not know about that relationship status. I did not know until I had to go through, until I had to lower myself. And then now when you're down there, it feels so good. Because now you think you're down here, but you think you're relating. You think you're in a relationship. Come on now, right? Because you got mommy, and because you're down here with mommy and daddy and family, right? Or you're down here with boyfriend and girlfriend because now you're down here, and it feels so good because there's that so-called relationship. There's that so-called connection. When you belong over here, when you were already here in the first place. Ooh, come on now, right? You were already over here in the first place, but it's what happens. And so many of you guys have so much potential, so many of you guys have so much ability. Just because of that entitlement. I'm trying to tell you, it's the entitlement now. It's the mommy, boyfriend, grandma. It's the freaking girlfriend, sister. It's the entitlement where your mindset is lowering your standards because of that relationship. Or with a mom of that relationship. Because mom is supposed to be with daughter. Because boyfriend is supposed to be with girlfriend. You lowered your standards because of that entitlement. Because they're your blood. Because of that entitlement, you're lowering yourself. And now you're right here. And you know the way that they're treating you. It's just that entitlement. It's the entitlement where just because they're your mom, your brother, it's just your grandma, whatever it is, boyfriend, girlfriend, just because of that entitlement, and therefore you lowered your standards. So you could have a relationship. That's that part. This is what I'm talking about. Is that we're lowering our standards to have a relationship. When you don't relate with them. I could see if mom was treating you like a daughter. I could see if that man was treating you like a girlfriend. I can see those things. If they came over here and come on, and started acting the way, I can see that. But this is for those. This is for for those who are lowering their standards just to be loved, just to be so they could be a daughter, so they could try to be a brother. Ooh, come on, you're lowering your standards so you could try to perform for them. Now you're performing for them. There's not mommy trying to love you. Now daughter's trying to love mommy. Now you got boyfriend trying to love girlfriend instead of the girlfriend. Come on now, right? Vice versa. That part. Now I know. Now I know is because I went through it and I had to go through it and then taste it and experience it. Like, whoa, wait a second. This don't feel right. Hey, and I try to go over here. It's like, wait, some reason why I want to come back this way because it feels so good. But it says, no, you're over here. Your peace is right here. Your sound mind is right here. Where you belong, of who you are. You're created for greatness, baby. You're created for greatness. So we'll lower ourselves according to that entitlement so that we can, because of the relationship. The entitlement of the relationship. Is that really? Do you guys really relate? Can you really relate? Yeah, my mom loves me since day one. Hey, I felt it. Oh, my sister, man, she's a brother's keeper. Like I would know what it feels like. I would know how it feels. I know, and then that friend, like you wouldn't have a friend. You don't, come on, friends or any type of relation. Pastor, is this how your pastor's supposed to be talking to you and treating you? And matter of fact, and holding boundaries towards you. Come on, this has a lot to do. It doesn't have to do with boyfriend or any sexual. It doesn't all have to be sexual. Like I said. Pastor, it could be a pastor, someone you really look up to, right? And you feel, you know that you've been growing, you feeling it, but his church and his standards and his models, or he or she, whoever that, that pastor, you're saying, hey, pastor, I want to go this way, and pastor says, no, come here, right? Bring you right down right here, because you're that relation. Yes. He's your pastor. Yes, he did this. Yes, that's your mom. She had birth to you. Yes, that's your sister. You guys have the same blood. Yes, right? You feel it. You feel yes. But this is for you who are just like, man, it's time to get back where you belong.